Hi everyone, with all the uncertainty around at the moment, I thought it might be a really good time to share my favourite journaling technique to overcome anxiety. So what I would recommend is grabbing your journal or grabbing a blank piece of paper and then dividing your page into two columns. Okay, so you're going to have the fear column and then you're going to have the love column. In the fear column, I want you to write down everything that's worrying you. Please get really messy with this, okay? Write down everything that's playing on your mind about this situation, no matter how big, how small those thought processes are. Anything that's worrying you, write it down in this fear column. And sometimes there's healing just in that process of writing it down. Sometimes when I talk about this process with clients, sometimes just doing that column there is healing enough. So write down everything that's worrying you, everything that's troubling you about this situation, this event, whatever is creating the anxiety for you. And then after you've filled out everything that's worrying you in that point, I'd recommend taking a few big, deep breaths. Perhaps you might like to do a meditation. Perhaps you might like to go for a walk along the beach and shake off a little bit of that negative energy that you've cleared. And then this second column, the love column, I want you to think of this column as if you are channeling your inner cheerleader. This column represents your highest self. This column represents your intuition. This column is what would love say about this situation. And what I love is when you fill out that column and you flip that perspective, the guidance is so much more gentler, it's softer, it's nurturing, and often you'll get some really great solutions that come through from looking at that perspective as well. What I love is when you start to do this technique enough is you will find that your mind will then organically start to be able to decipher between, okay, what is fear, what is love, remembering that the love column represents our intuition. That is our highest self. It's that part of us that wants us to find the solution. So I love that if you stick with that technique enough, you practice it enough, over time you'll begin to find your mind organically starting to go, hang on, that's a fearful thought, whereas that feels like my intuition. So it's a technique that if you're really struggling with anxiety, I promise that if you commit to it, give time to it, that you'll find it will start to organically filtrate to your mind on a daily basis. I find now I just organically start to go, hang on, no, that's fear. What would my inner cheerleader say? The bit that blew my mind when I first heard that technique was, oh my God, how much easier would have my life been if I'd always listened to that inner cheerleader? How much easier would have my life been if I always listened to love as opposed to those fearful thoughts? And that's why I thought I'd jump and share this video today. I just thought it's the perfect time for us to step out of fear of everything that's happening at the moment and start to listen to our intuition and our higher self. And especially starting to think of, okay, as we get closer towards the end of this tunnel we're moving through, who do I want to be on the other side of this? Because now's the time to start putting down those foundations for who you want to be when we step out of this time. Because please don't be fooled that we're going to be stuck in this stagnant energy for a long time. We will be progressing forward. So this technique is great for getting clear on, okay, who do I want to be when I come out on the flip side of this? So I hope you enjoyed that. It's honestly been one of my favorite techniques. It's been an absolute game changer for me, and I hope it can help change things for you as well.